In the name of the Lord, our swamp, and all fairy tale creatures. In Shrek's name we pray. Amen. Welcome to the Swampcast. I'm Cassidy.
I'm Keely.
This week, Keely's going to take the reins a little bit.
Woohoo!
And tell them what we're going to do, Keely.
We're going to be discussing plot holes that we've seen in every single Shrek movie.
The Shrekverse, if you will.
Yes, we haven't gone into Puss in Boots territory. I'm just talking like Shrek 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. And then along the way, I've got a couple of surprises for Keely. I think she peeked and she knows what I did. I wasn't very sneaky about it.
I swear.
Okay.
I didn't.
Either way, she hates surprises, so this will be fun.
I'm very nervous about this whole thing, and let's just do it.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Don't look.
I can't read. I can't read.
Oh my god.
Your cat's getting into it.
Okay. Alright, let's just go into it. And honestly, the research I did, I put it in random order, so I'll try to go in
Just do your best.
yeah.
We're not professionals. We do this for fun. We do this for Shrek.
Yeah. Honestly, some of them were kind of ridiculous.
Just get into it.
Okay, let's talk about the first one. Fiona's accent.
Okay.
Both of Fiona's parents have English accents.
Okay.
Which makes sense, because they're voiced by...
royal.
John, what?
They're royal.
So they have to be British.
In my head, royalty are British people.
Okay.
That's how
Julie Andrews was queen, so
she is the queen.
Of course.
She is the queen. Period. Of Genovia.
So, think of it. Her parents.
Yeah.
British.
Why
is she?
And Harold.
American.
Because even if she was exiled, it doesn't matter. How she learned to speak was...
She was isolated. Where is she going to learn the American accent from?
Right.
Except...
Yeah, who was visiting her?
Yeah.
No one.
It was her, and her alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, you know what? That just went right over my head. And it wasn't until I was, looking into this.
Well, I mean, in the Kingdom of Far, Far Away, it is a bunch of different kinds of people in the kingdom. And she did have somewhat of a life in the kingdom before she got fully banished or put away into the tower. She talked about her sleepovers and stuff with the other princesses.
Yeah, she had a full-on diary.
Yeah, so she was exposed to other people, so maybe that's telling you that she didn't spend a whole lot of time with her parents.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, what if she had an American nanny?
I wish I could meet the nanny.
Yeah.
Who utterly just left the kid behind and then
maybe
go with her.
She ate the nanny. She's an ogre. But at the same time, I don't think she goes full ogre, because when she was an ogre and Donkey found her, she was like, no, it's me, I'm the princess. She knows, she's aware.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe she went feral ogre and she had to control it, kind of like in Frozen when she had to control her powers. I'm getting a little...
Yeah. I don't know where you're going with all this.
I don't know, but we're going to bring it to the first surprise. We're doing Shrek-themed drinks. This is just green juice. It's like celery, apple, stuff like that. I didn't make this. I went and I bought it. But it's just a fresh juice. So Keely and I are just going to be trying Shrek-themed drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Take a straw.
Why are we
together? It's going to be cute. Ready? Try it.
Oh my god, I smell it.
It tastes like grass.
Oh man, I smell
Apple
it.
grass.
I smell it.
Just drink it.
Oh.
This is the worst $8 I ever spent. I'm still gonna
That tastes like grass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh no.
It's growing on me.
No. It's not growing on me.
It's the
There's an aftertaste.
It's the beginning taste and the aftertaste. The middle taste is fine.
This is I hate to say it.
Try it again.
No. It's in there. It's in my mouth.
Well, anyways.
It kind of tastes like I went outside and just grabbed a fistful of grass and just
Does this not taste like the swamp to you?
That is too clean for the swamp.
This was a clean, if Fiona went on a little clean.
In 10 minutes I'm going to have to use the restroom.
Okay, so this episode's going to be short. He's going to shit her pants.
Oh my god, it's in my mouth. It's staying there.
Well,
it's staying there.
Hopefully the next ones don't suck, because I have no idea what they taste like.
Okay, let's just move on.
I'm going to still drink it.
Can you, put it away from me? I smell it. I think they put grass in that thing.
It's not good.
It's not good. Why are you
I
still
think
drinking it?
I think it's dirty celery.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's like, oh, I have one more. Okay. It's like they had celery and then just stuck it in like a thing of water and just let it sit there for a week. And then they took the celery out and then just drank the water.
Maybe.
And put a little bit of dirt in it.
And a little bit of apple. There's a little apple in
I
there.
don't taste apple. I just taste straight up grass and celery. It smells like celery.
It smells like celery. There's a lot of celery in there.
Okay, but I do like the presentation. Thank you so
it
much.
looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's like covering my teeth. There's a film on my teeth now.
No.
Anyways.
It's like right in the back of my throat.
Continue.
Okay, I'm going to continue. All right, I'm going to keep going with the parents because honestly, they have issues, apparently.
They do.
The parents weren't suspicious about the swamp.
What do you mean?
The universe in which Shrek is set has ogres in it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's known knowledge. They're real. Everyone's scared of them, you
Yeah.
know, in the scene where they're like, we're going to hunt them down. It's just
Sure.
no. And the king and queen sent their messenger to the swamp to summon the couple. Like, they had to know where they were.
Mm-hmm. I have always wondered, how did they know where they live?
Exactly. You know, another thing I read, which brings up another, like, plot hole, is how did Shrek know where Fiona's castle is?
They had a driver. Oh, you mean where she rescued her?
Yeah.
I thought you meant far.
They had
like
a
the
driver.
No, because Donkey knew. I don't know. No, Donkey knew how to get to
Lord Farquaad.
Farquaad's Duloc.
Yeah.
For all we know, maybe Farquaad was like, here are the instructions.
I don't think Lord Farquaad was that nice.
Well, if he sent him on a mission,
Yeah.
he had to have been like, here's where to go.
Yeah, but what do you think about the parents? Like, do you think they kind of knew about the ogre situation? Because they're sending him to a swamp. They knew she was at a swamp.
Right.
Ogres live in swamps.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of that. Like, how did they get maybe, I don't know.
Do you think?
But then
she's like, I'm done with this castle.
No, you
Let's
know
just
what?
go to a swamp.
You know what immediately comes to mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Carrier pigeons. How do they know where to go? Like, I'm just saying.
I haven't seen one in action.
But there are some. There are active carrier pigeons. You can
not.
Yes, there are. People train pigeons and stuff to go, like, to carry messages. How did they know where to go?
They do not.
Yes, they do.
If anything, like the scent. I don't know.
No, they know direction. You, like, train them on locations.
Do you show them a picture of the person and then?
I don't know. I don't have pigeons. But
exactly.
I'm just saying, it probably works the same way. It probably works the same way.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Wow.
They're like, all right, go find Fiona.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in Harry Potter, where
that's like, magic. Owls are magic.
How come you're dismissing magic in Shrek's universe? There's clearly magic.
You're bringing up carrier pigeons. There's no carrier pigeons in Shrek.
No, but I'm just saying, direction-wise.
Wait. There was pigeons. Shrek 2.
There was.
When all the owls who worked in Fairy Godmother.
It gets worse. I think it's settled to the bottom.
You gotta keep shaking. You gotta keep stirring.
But anyways, the elves turned into pigeons.
Yes.
Ew.
And they're like, Fairy Godmother.
Excuse you.
Fairy
Godmother.
We don't even have dental.
They don't. That's kind of rude. She clearly has an empire, and she doesn't treat her people right. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, we're getting off topic here. But, okay, so far, am I doing okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Alright, should we break out another drink? Because that was 2.
That was 2, okay.
Ready?
I think we're going through this way too fast.
That's okay.
I do need something to wash out what you just gave me.
These ones have alcohol in it and little gummy worms. And there was a popsicle. It melted. Probably because of the alcohol. Yeah, alcohol. Also, I did not measure anything.
What's at the bottom again?
Gummy worms. Because this is like the swamp water.
Good.
Is it good?
What else is in here? Can you tell me the ingredients?
It's a lime popsicle. There's Tito's vodka and Sprite. So it's a vodka and Sprite and also a lot of food. 16-bit, they had the popsicle drinks. I threw up everywhere.
This is it. Of
course
you did.
Speaking of throwing up in food coloring.
Oh no, you're gonna tell this story.
I am. If you get squeamish or whatever, or if you're a sympathy vomiter, maybe this isn't for you. Anyways.
How gory are you gonna?
So we went to my brother's friend's 30th birthday. What's up, Kyle? I don't think you listened to this.
No, we
didn't. Hey, buddy. We went to the birthday. They had these cupcakes with black frosting. I went to the bathroom. Keely and my mom had already had one. I come back with one in my hand, and they're like, "No, don't eat it. Like, it turns your mouth black." And I'm like, that makes me want to eat it more. So I ate it, and everything was black. Like, my tongue was all black, my teeth, my lips,
the three
everything.
amigos with black mouths.
But here's the thing. I didn't eat, and that was already an issue, and that is...
She should really learn.
Yeah. Well, the thing is they had, like, a buffet of things, and there was a lot of pork. I don't eat pork, so I just had the mac and cheese, and that's all I ate. And I was already 2 Coronas down, and then they have these drinks called Supernovas. Very good.
Yeah.
It's like this just mixed drink cocktail.
What?
But bless you.
It's
just
right.
But I had some of those. I think I had 2 of those at the time, and then I had the cupcake. We had another one, and then we took tequila shots.
Yeah.
So I have been drinking a lot. And then we went to another bar, and I had a couple more alcohols there. And then I made it all the way home. We dropped off one of my brother's other friends. I get motion sickness, so that's noteworthy. We make it home. My dad's pulling in the driveway, and he has got to, angle this. And he backs it up, and he's, going in and out, and in and out. And I'm just in the back seat, just, oh, no. And just motion sickness, plus nothing's in my stomach. They finally park, and all I can get out is, "Mom, open the door." And she's like, I'm going. Mom's wasted. Good for her. We loved it for her.
I think she was the most wasted out of everyone there.
I don't think so. I don't know. We have photographic evidence to say otherwise. So anyways, I'm almost done. There's child lock on the door that I'm in, so I'm like, "Mom, open the door." She's like, I'm coming. Not fast enough. So I end up throwing up in my hands and down my cleavage, but it's my mom's rental car, so I can't throw up in this thing. I'm holding my vomit. Mom opens the door, and I just kind of push it out into the garage and continue to throw up.
Ew.
But the point of telling you this is it was black vomit from the food coloring.
That is so
and
scary.
And it stained our garage floor.
Oh, God.
I ruined the sweater because it was stained black. Let's just be careful with your dark food coloring, because if you throw up, your insides will be black. But then also, more information has happened to my mom, Keely, and I. There was residual food coloring in our digestive system. Oh, yeah. And we pooped probably this color green.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
I
was like, how did that happen?
I was very concerned for my health and my well-being.
Mine actually was delayed.
Yeah, Keely had a delay in the system.
Yeah.
A little backup blockage.
No, I didn't have any backup. It just took a few days for that one
to get
roll
through.
over. Yeah. To come into play.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, it's not happening to me when you guys texted me, and then it literally happened. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I also wanted to start a group chat to everybody at the party who ate the dark colored frosting to be like,
did this happen
is everyone okay? Because we're struggling over here.
Yeah, we're very weird people, and I think it turns people off, so I wouldn't suggest doing that.
No.
It was at that party, the same party, where we talked to one of our brother's friends.
And the thing is this one of our brother's friends, we grew up with him.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
one
he's
of our other
brother.
brothers. He's a surrogate brother. So he should understand that we're weirdos.
What alcohol is in this?
It's Tito's.
Ah!
It's Tito's. No, you
my stomach just went.
Oh, no.
It was that.
You had a sip. You can't. You also just had Outback.
Yes,
so
I did.
It was probably the
Good
Outback.
sticky. Anyway, so we were talking to our brother's friend / our surrogate brother, and I was trying to relate. He's like,
we haven't seen him for a while. Yeah. We're just kind of catching up.
Yeah, he brought up a quote from The Office, and it was the episode where they did the CPR training.
Yeah, we were talking about what I'm doing in work and how I witnessed. I was like kind of a part of my first Code Blue where they have to like do CPR on somebody. I didn't do it yet, but I was a part of it. And so I told him, and then he's like, staying alive, staying alive.
So I'm like, oh my, this was my chance, this was my chance to be like, oh, we know each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, oh my god, I love that episode of The Office, where, and then this is where it gets weird, where Dwight just like takes the dummy and he just stabs it, and then he goes,
harvest their organs!
And then Cassidy turns around with like acting like the thing is on her face and he went,
So, we play off each other really well.
Yeah.
But Sean, my brother's friend, was like, okay. Immediately turns around to another group and was like, so anyway.
Yeah, you turned around to our mother.
It was bad.
She was better to talk to.
Oh yeah, I mean, Keely and I were very entertaining. So later we turned to Carl and we're like, did we mess up?
Where did we go wrong?
Yeah, tell us at what point was too much.
We're going to explain to you from the get-go, what happened here.
Reenacted.
You stop us when we know what went wrong.
And she didn't stop us, but the thing
you could tell on her face.
She's like, wow, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
But knowing us, she's like, I would have taken it differently.
Yeah.
And we had high hopes for Sean because, he should know us better than that. Either way, back to the Swampcast.
Yeah, why not? Okay.
Regularly scheduled Swampcast. Cheers.
Yes, cheers. You know what we haven't done in a while? As another note. Is whenever we mess up, we drink.
We're professionals, ma'am. We don't mess up.
We don't mess up anymore.
We are mess ups.
This whole thing was a mess up.
Yeah, we're all.
Okay, so let's just keep going. Okay, we did. The parents weren't suspicious about this one.
Okay.
Donkey is missing a kid.
What?
In the end of Shrek 2, it shows that Donkey and Dragon had 6 babies, but in Shrek 3, there are only 5.
Oh,
so where did the other little guy go?
What if he didn't make it?
Oh my god!
Well, you don't know. You can't just bring shit up like that and not expect the worst.
No, but like I remember, I actually can pinpoint exactly, like, because in the end of like Shrek 2, you see the babies and you're like, oh, they're all tackling him, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then in Shrek 3, when they're about to go on the boat to go meet Justin Timberlake's character.
I don't know.
Okay.
Arthur?
Arthur.
He's Arthur, right?
Yeah.
Artie.
Yeah. Aw. Anyways, I'm gonna burp again.
That's okay.
I'm feeling it. I lost one.
Artie. Yeah. So, I was trying to pick it up.
No. I had to take a drink there. So, they're coming onto the boat. They have him one last time. There's only 5.
There are only 5 babies.
So maybe like the 6th one was like, I don't need to be here for this.
For all you know, it could have just been like hiding, or you couldn't see it. Is there a definitive? I've got 5 babies, and then the previous one I got 6 babies, like something like that. I don't know, because I don't want to think one of them's dead. That's really sad. One of the hybrid babies didn't make it.
Yeah.
That's but 1 in 6 isn't bad.
Yeah.
Those odds are not terrible.
Okay.
For hybrid babies.
This one actually pisses me off.
Okay.
This plot hole, and I did know about this before, like I did in research.
Okay.
Rumpelstiltskin is 2 different people.
Yeah, the portrayal of Rumpelstiltskin.
Why did they
those
change
2
that
movies.
in 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he had to be more main character energy, and he wasn't.
I need to. Okay. First of all.
Yeah. The
What
first
is that?
one is scary. We'll have to.
But you could see like a difference.
We're gonna put the photos up on our Instagram pages so that you guys can see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one's like way more scrawny and like.
Yeah. I saw a picture earlier with both of them in it. But besides the point. You know that they're like practically two different people.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying because they're both there. And that's what annoys me about Puss in Boots in the last wish. That was celery. Celery. That's what bothered me in the last wish was that they brought Mama Bear back.
Yeah.
And clearly, in the first Shrek, she's
a rug.
They made her that way.
Yeah.
So why are they bringing her back?
And also the way that they interpret the bears is a lot more aggressive than how they were in the first Shrek.
Yeah.
But you also have to think Puss in Boots is like a tale. But we also know it's after he meets Shrek. So, I don't know, there's a little bit of leeway there on the characters because it's kind of like a fable.
They're trying to make it another story, kind of different to what it is.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, making me upset because I'm a fan of Shrek, apparently, and, you know, like...
Breaking news. Keely's a fan of Shrek.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Why are you Italian?
It
Breaking news.
It happens.
Breaking news.
What, you give me a drink and you don't expect me to become Italian?
What
are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Anyways. We're gonna start getting into, no, never mind. I'll say that one for later. Okay, here's another one. Technically, Fiona should have turned back into a human after kissing Shrek 2.
Why?
Because she was born a human, and the curse turned her into an ogre.
Yeah.
So if the curse was broken, why didn't she turn back into a human?
Because you take true love's true form.
Did they add that later?
No, that's part of the spell.
With
true love's kiss, you take true love's form. Something like that. But that's why she turns into an ogre, because her true love is an ogre.
True love's kiss.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Please don't do that ever again. I have like PTSD with whispering, and I just cannot.
What do you mean whispering?
I cannot.
What is the PS?
No.
I was gonna say PS3.
What's the PS3? Anyways.
No, but really?
I can't tell anybody.
Okay.
It's scary. Don't worry about it. If we get 300 followers, I'll tell you why
I will make 300
PTSD.
accounts.
No.
Just to hear this story.
No.
No, I'm not.
I'm scared.
Okay. You make a point, yeah, but I still think it doesn't make sense.
Sure. I mean, that's just because you don't pay attention, but that's fine.
Oh my god.
That's fine. You're a fake fan. What's the next one?
Shut up.
Okay, what's the next one?
Okay. So in Shrek 4, Fiona wasn't saved by Farquaad nor Charming. Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Why would the deal that Shrek made with Rumpelstiltskin was that he was never born?
Sure.
So why did it change Farquaad and Charming not to save Fiona?
Because she was never there to get saved. Shrek never saved her from the kingdom. She broke out herself, right?
Yeah,
because Shrek never saved her, no one ever did.
If it was Charming's plan and Fairy Godmother's plan in the first place to save her,
maybe he didn't make it.
Interesting. But then again, like Lord Farquaad was eventually gonna.
No, he just kept sending in. He wasn't gonna save her. He was sending in warriors, and some of you may die, and that's a sacrifice he was willing to make. We don't know how many people he was willing to sacrifice.
Okay, you're Fiona, right? Okay.
No.
And
okay, you're Fiona, right? Okay.
You're Fiona. And you're in that tower, and you knew from the get-go, you're waiting for your Prince Charming to come.
Okay.
And that's what you grew up based on. Like, your parents were like, you just gotta wait. So
Sure.
Yeah. So you have that in mind, and you're like, Fiona, she's like so into it, you know, in the movies. You find out, you could hear the screams of people trying to save you. Why would you not stick around?
I can't. You hear the screams. You hear their screams of terror. No, Keely, if I'm hearing screams of terror,
I would not leave my room.
This is where I am. Okay.
I'm not leaving my room.
No, if anything, I'm growing my hair out like Rapunzel, and we're going down the side.
How did she do that?
I don't know. She slayed her own dragon, or
Maybe.
did she keep?
God,
Did she keep the dragon? Did she keep the dragon?
I don't think so.
Maybe maybe she befriended the dragon. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
But
either way, she got herself out, and then there was the whole ogre sanctuary rebellion.
But I don't understand why that wouldn't impact Charming's plan all along.
Because he wasn't good enough. Do you want to know why he was so good at storming through the castle? Because Shrek already did it.
Okay.
Shrek got rid of the threat.
Oh, that was another plot.
Get in, get out.
That was another plot hole I read. Was that like Charming wasn't like off put or like wasn't suspicious that the dragon was just like gone.
Right. Well, he's also got his self monologue, and he's
but
he's charming.
Isn't that like her whole story? That's what people expect.
Yeah.
When like the mirror was telling Lord Farquaad about like, oh, this fiery girl is
lava,
lava.
How did he get across the bridge?
Because he's charming.
He charmed his way across the bridge.
He did a little.
Yeah, and the bridge just like, all right, you're right. We'll come back up. No, that's my plot hole.
Mm-hmm.
Is how did he get to the castle when they burned down the bridge?
Like he really didn't have any self-awareness of like what was going. Where's the dragon?
Well, where? By who?
Why?
By who? No, I don't know.
But that's actually a really good one, I think.
Yeah.
Like he was just so like not like self-aware. Oh, be real.
It's time to be real, guys.
Yeah. The one I'm most mad about is Rumpelstiltskin. That one I won.
Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like they should have kept him the way that he was.
This is an honorable mention. This one. I don't think we have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way Donkey could have impregnated Dragon. That's it.
You never know.
That's the story. That's pretty much it. But I also I did a lot of research, of course.
Mm-hmm. What was that about?
I did a lot of research on this, and most of them was just attacking Shrek 4. Now there's so many plot holes.
Yeah.
And none of it makes any sense. It wasn't technically
just
like
the movie
plot holes, but it like stuff didn't make any sense. Like
just the movie didn't make sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And I gotta agree. Like, hold on.
Bless you.
Like, this whole site, they're saying Shrek goes back to the wrong point in time. The other ogres shouldn't be his friends at the end, considering it goes back to the timeline.
So they never knew each other.
So where did they come from? And they never formed the alliance.
Right, so
ogres are like
out and spread out.
Yeah.
Not all in one.
And they're not supposed to be like friendly or like together. They're supposed to be, loners. So why are they friends at the end of the movie? Like where did they come from?
I don't know.
And they're like, why did Shrek go to the castle even though he kind of knew he wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
And then, Donkey's Missing Child. That's where I got that from. Stuff like that. Oh, and Gingy should be missing a leg.
That's in a short. We'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, it was just a lot of plot holes, and we could talk about that in another episode.
Yeah.
Really deep dive into that, but it's just apparently too much.
Yeah. When we get to Shrek 4,
we'll definitely talk about that. We have qualms. We don't really mention it that much, Shrek 4. When we talk about Shrek, we don't really talk about Shrek 4.
For me, Shrek is Shrek 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3 and 4 are fine. There are some there are some scenes where, like, they're...
Oh my god, stop! Oh my god, what was that?
It was scary.
Gosh.
Sorry. There are definitely some scenes that are quotable. But it's not as many. Like, I can't recite it word for word like you can for the first and the second.
Mm-mm.
It's not like the stellar soundtrack that it was. I mean, there are some good songs, there are some good scenes, but it's not an entire movie's worth to talk about.
Shrek 4, if it just showed the beginning scene of Do the War.
Period. End End of movie.
If that was it, I'd be fine with it.
I love you, daddy. Okay, Keely, I'm gonna need you to get us a couple of spoons. I forgot them, and then I'll intro what we're gonna talk about next. Thank you.
I don't want to stand up in the.
That's okay. So, I don't know if you guys have heard. We're actually, what month is it? April?
Yeah.
April. So, we're in the beginning of April, and they've just released an announcement, I guess, that they are officially working on the Shrek 5 and a Donkey sequel or like series of some sort. So Keely and I are gonna kind of tell you what we think about that and maybe what we think is gonna happen, stuff like that. So thank you, Keely.
You're welcome.
For our final drink, it's not really a drink. It's a dirt cup. There's it's just, you know, the swamp.
Oh
There's
my
a little
God.
gummy word in there.
What did
There's
you
also
use?
vodka in there. Yep. So,
Cheers.
cheers.
Thank you for making this. It's really
Yes. I hope it's not disgusting.
cool. I'm gonna taste.
So, anyways,
Better than the celery drink.
I won't lie to you. I'm nervous.
Oh my, this is really good.
I'm not nervous about this. It's
No,
chocolate.
this is really good.
So, no, I'm nervous about a fifth Shrek because we've seen how, I don't want to say bad, but we've seen how it can fall apart.
Yeah.
Or like they kind of push a good thing to make it not so good anymore. And I don't want that to happen to Shrek. Do I think that the writers are insanely creative? Yes. Do I think that the voice actors are amazing? Yes. Like, and it's been so long since they put out anything recent that they wouldn't have passed this on for a fifth movie or even a Donkey side quest type of thing if they didn't have a really good plan. So like my faith is in that.
It's been many years since Shrek 4. So like, why are they choosing to come back now? And like, what kind of plans did they make leading up to it?
But I'm worried because we're in an era of reboots. Like, they're bringing everything back. They had Girls Meets World. They were going to do the Lizzie McGuire thing. They're bringing back Zoe 101. Every show that when we were younger has a podcast now. Yeah, iCarly came back. Like,
Ned's Declassified School Survivor Guide. They have a
podcast. But, like, I'm not mad about that, and I'm not mad that, like, did you get the vodka? Just straight vodka. Yeah.
Felt like a punch. I was like enjoying like chocolate and Oreos, and all of a sudden, vodka.
Oops.
It's good though.
Are you excited? Are you nervous? How do you?
I am excited that I'm getting excited because the cast is excited.
Right, and they have the full cast back, right?
Yeah, they're talking. Eddie Murphy's like the most excited, I think, because he has a couple quotes in here. I'll read some.
Spoilers or just him?
No, just talking about it.
Okay. It's like no spoilers. I refuse.
So, well, first of all, Melandri is... Variety spoke to Melandri, who is Illumination's founder and CEO, and he serves as a creative partner to Disney DreamWorks Animation.
Okay.
Teased that a Shrek 5 was in development and revealed what has gone on in the process of getting a new Shrek film off the ground. And so... Oh my god, he did the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Oh no.
Oh, fun.
What?
I never saw it. Was it bad?
No, it's coming out. It's that Mario movie, right?
I don't know.
It's coming out with Chris Pratt.
That's news to me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't keep up.
And then, so like, details are sparse, and he wants the full original cast of Shrek films back, and negotiations are underway right now.
So it's not official that everyone's coming back yet?
But he says, this is quote him, "We anticipate the cast coming back. Talks are starting now, and every indication that we've gotten is there's tremendous enthusiasm on behalf of the actors to return."
Okay.
He commented on a recent interview Eddie Murphy did where he said he'd love to participate in a Donkey-based spin-off film.
I remember hearing that.
And Melandri says, "Donkey is without a question a character that could support its own spin-off, although nothing more was said on that. So, with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, your fear, you were like, man, I really hope they don't do it. Now that you're learning about this, how do you feel now?
Because of how much I did like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I'm hopeful. But we know that from our review, like, I thought it was gonna really suck because of the first couple minutes, how they introduced it. So I just am afraid of having that heart-sinking feeling that this is gonna suck and ruin something that I thoroughly enjoy. So I want it to be good, but that's the thing, is because my hopes are up so high.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not gonna meet it, but I'm getting pre-disappointed. Before it's even a thing, like, not even the whole cast
is at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
like, we've seen, like, of course they're fake now, I know that, but, like, I've seen, like, kind of teaser, like, oh, Shrek 5's coming. Totally different animation. He looks completely different.
Yeah.
Pissed me off. I'm like, okay, whoa, no.
Yeah, side note, I just burped and it was 100% celery.
Right?
It was all celery.
It just comes and goes. Like,
yeah. But
anyways,
gone. The
and,
animation, yeah.
But I did like what they did with Puss in Boots, like The Last Wish, their animation style. So if
that
they change it, but not much, I'd be fine with it. Don't literally change everything about Shrek.
Well, you know what they did with Sonic? Like, people ripped on what Sonic looked like, so they fully redid a bunch of the animation and, like, what the character looked like. Like, it was ready to go out to theaters. That. Yeah, a while ago. It was, like, a long time ago. I was still in California when we saw it. Like, they adjusted the way that Sonic looked because people were like, hell no. Like, I don't know. So that could happen. I feel like Shrek, the Shrek-verse, could do a similar thing if they didn't like the way that the animation was going. But, I don't know. I trust Universal and DreamWorks. Yeah, all of them. To, like, to make this
Illumination
work.
is now in it.
Yeah.
The Minion movies are pretty good.
I trust them.
I found Eddie Murphy's quote, but this made me happy. He said, if DreamWorks ever came with another Shrek, I'd do it in 2 seconds. I love Donkey. They did Puss in Boots movies. I was like, they should have done a Donkey movie. Donkey's funnier than Puss in Boots. I mean, I love Puss in Boots, but he ain't funny as a donkey.
True. And I do think that they tried, and we talked about this, they tried to make a donkey character in Puss in Boots with Perito. So, do you think that they're gonna... Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have Kitty Softpaws and Perito in it because Puss was going with them to go see their friends.
Yeah,
so that's another take, is it's gonna be all of the universes together. So do we think that Dragon and the kids are going to be there? How grown up do you think all the babies are going to be?
I hope the Shrek babies are kind of grown up, because I can't stand those babies.
But then does that mean it's going to be more of, like, the kids' movies, and that the adults, like, ew, gross. That, like, Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey, Dragon, that they're all going to be adults, and, like, if they're going to pass the baton to their kids? Or do we think they're still going to be little? Blessings.
That's my opinion.
And that's enough of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel for Eddie. I would love to see a donkey.
You're on a first name basis.
Eddie.
I feel for Eddie.
I feel for my man Eddie.
Yeah.
No, but I want to see a donkey spin-off. I hope it would live up to it. I hope that the movie that's to come is going to be so spectacular that I will need a week to recoup.
Yeah.
And buy it immediately and go see it 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, for Puss in Boots, we had to watch it the first time for pleasure, second time was for business. Because we tried to take notes the first time around, but we were just so enthralled with what was happening, and we were cracking up. We missed things because our eyes were closed and we were cackling, and because our eyes were watering and stuff like that we had to see it again. And honestly, it's worth it. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go see it.
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, I want to maybe see if we could message Eddie Murphy and be like, yo, what do you want out of this movie? Or like, when you think of a donkey spinoff, like, what do you see him doing? Like, what is Donkey's universe?
Don't bring your kids into it. Don't bring the Donkey Dragon Kids.
Maybe he'd want backstory. I would watch it if it was like a Donkey prequel.
Yeah, like how did he end up with that lady?
Who is Donkey? We wanted to know about it. We wanted to know.
That'd be really cool. I think he would do great things with that movie. I think he would do a lot of improv.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy doing improv? Never.
Yeah.
Never.
But I am excited to see where this goes, and I hope it's like real.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, this is like the first kind of news that I'm actually scared and hopeful for at the same time.
Yeah, I think that I'm just too excited.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't
for
want
me,
my hopes
excitement, I immediately start bringing it down.
When that trailer goes out, we will do it like pause by pause, like
and dissect, like how they do in like Sims packs.
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
hell yeah.
That dresser's new.
Oh, look at that hairstyle.
Look at that swatch. Anyways, that's the end of this week's episode. Hope you liked it.
Oh yeah.
In the name of the Lord, our swamp, and all fairy tale creatures, in Shrek's name we pray.
Amen.
Now get out of our swamp.
Get out.